Door just opened. Close the door. Hey guys, it's No Longer Human here. We're gonna talk about the fear of falling behind today. This is like a feeling that I've been feeling for a really long time because I was once that try-hard Asian girl that really needed academic validation to feel like I have any sense of self-worth. Ultimately, that just led up to burnout. I just completely crashed and I couldn't do anything anymore. I think I grew up always being a perfectionist when it comes to school or any hobby that I tried to do. One of the hobbies I had was art, and I really loved drawing, and the whole reason why I got into art was because of Minecraft YouTubers, and I would draw like their characters and stuff like that. That's where I started off with, but I knew that I wasn't good enough because I'd always compare myself to my peers. I guess maybe it's because growing up when your parent does that, that kind of comparison, that kind of mentality is stuck inside of you even when you're older and you know like, oh, comparison is bad, I don't want to compare myself to other people, I want to do my own thing. Like, you know that logically, but emotionally you can't like come to terms with it, is what happens most of the time. Being perfectionist definitely ruins a lot of things because if everything has to be perfect, then you'll never reach perfection because there's always something to nitpick about, you know what I mean? I think it comes with being an overachiever. Just like if you want to do well, you have to go above and beyond for it. But because that's how I've always been taught to do, it causes me a lot of stress in my own head, and then I just can't do anything. I just feel like I can't move, like I'm just like frozen in this state of extreme stress, which leads to bed rotting. A lot of bed rotting. So maybe it's like imposter syndrome. I also feel like whatever I do will never be good enough. So then sometimes I don't even start on what I want to do. Of course there's things I want to do, like making these freaking videos, for example. But I also have like this thing where I'm so result focused that it feels like if this doesn't perform well or if this many people are watching me, I'm so scared of somehow failing at doing this. It kind of just becomes a loop of me being so scared of putting myself out there, but also I want to put myself out there so much so that it just sends me into a spiral of overthinking. I want to be consistent and do things more consistently because I want to grow as a person and discipline myself accordingly. I want so many things for myself to do to get better. You know, once you have that many things that are in your mind, it kind of feels really overwhelming to tackle by yourself. As a chronic overthinker, I have like a million things going on in my head at the same time, and it tells me good things, bad things, and everything in between. But the negative thoughts are definitely more intrusive than the positive thoughts. Sometimes I also feel like kind of left behind is because like you see a lot of people my age or people that are young and doing well and they're so successful. It's hard to not compare yourself to these people that you see online. Like, honestly, I don't even know these people online, yet I compare my life and my success and my looks to these people that I admire, you know? And it's very emotionally draining when you're always comparing yourself. I want to stop the comparisons, but my head low-key just can't, it won't let me. It's like saying like, hey girl, you cannot think that way, you're always gonna be not enough. I'm already behind in school, as in college. I'm like a semester and a half behind because I low-key failed a bunch of courses and then I had to withdraw from them. I'm not on the right track to graduating at all. And then I'm just thinking, what do I do after this? I'm just like, fuck, my major kind of sucks. If I want to climb the corporate ladder in the state that I live in, the salary for people in my major is not good. It's not good. It's really bad. So then I'm just like, shit, I need to like find something else to do after I'm done with school at least. I was talking about this with a high school friend recently. We literally just reconnected. She also felt the same way as me because since high school, we're not like down the traditional route of going to a really good school and getting an internship right away and hopping onto a job. We didn't live up to the expectations of like a lot of the peers that we kind of grew up with. I was thinking about hustle culture and everyone feels like they need to do the next thing. Like if you're not doing something, that means you're not productive and that you're lazy. And for me, I feel like I really don't have anything going on for myself. I'm just trying my best to stay afloat, and it really sucks because when you're like 20, I'm 20 guys by the way, every time I hang out with my old high school friends, They would only talk about their accomplishments and the accomplishments of people that they know, and that sometimes feels like a little bit uncomfortable to hear when you know that you are not doing as much things as they're doing. Of course, you're happy for your friends and your acquaintances, but at the same time, focus on yourself and not really care about what other people think of you. It's way easier to say than for it to be done, of course. Before I left California, I took a picture of like Little Tokyo and I just posted it online, and then one of my high school mutuals said, "Oh my god, you're in LA?" And I was like, "Yeah, I was just visiting." And then like we're just kind of catching up because they're friends with one of my really good friends from high school. She was saying like, "Oh yeah, a lot of people from our high school are here. One is working at Apple, like the really popular girl. She's like working at Apple right now. I'm working in like Malibu or Santa Monica. I'm in a lab and shit." And I was just like, wow, all of these people from my high school are so successful. They were doing so well in high school and they're doing so well at adulting. It's just like, damn, what the frick am I doing, dude? I just feel like I've been held back so much because of my mental health, and if I was able to get medicated properly, I'd be able to, you know, self-discipline more and do the things that I want to do. Honestly, just hearing her tell me about like what everyone's kind of doing was like almost like a shocker to me, and just like a life pivoting moment. I was like, wow, everyone is doing so well except me. But in reality, you have to know that everyone is also confused. Maybe everyone is also feeling as anxious as you about their future. Even though they seem put together on the outside, they might not be put together on the inside. I know that's the truth, and everyone has their own paths to take. We don't need to compare people's paths because their path is their path and your path is your path. There's no straight path to success or whatever society deems as like, oh yeah, you're a productive member of society. There's not like one single way to live happily. You know what I mean? That's just like my logic talking. It just feels a little disappointing for myself that I could have done so much more to put myself in a position where I actually feel more confident and happy with myself, but I didn't. So now we have to start somewhere, right? I'm hoping maybe one step at a time, even though I don't make videos as consistently. This is a starting point, right? As long as I'm trying my best to push through it. We're all lost in one way or another. We don't know who we are fully. And who actually knows who they really are 100%? Who is 100% sure of everything in life, right? There's always some parts that's missing. I think we can all do it. Let's end this on a positive note. Everyone's dealing with different things, so be kind to everyone, right? It's no longer human here, signing out.